wrecked your things wasn't the day I lost you. I've been missing you for months while you were still coming home. We still shared the same address, we still wore our wedding rings, but somewhere in between, you stopped being here with me. Looking back now, I can finally see it. I was trying to save something that had already slipped away. You were already gone long before you said goodbye. I was still making plans while you were changing your mind. I kept believing we were just going through a hard time, but you had already left in every way that mattered. You were already gone. You stopped telling me your stories, you stopped asking about mine. We became roommates, trying to look like husband and wife. I blamed work, I blamed stress, I blamed everything I could except the truth. Sometimes love doesn't end with one decision. Sometimes it leaves one quiet day at a time. You are already gone, I just couldn't admit it yet. Every promise I held on to was one you'd already let go of. For the old you to come back, I didn't realize you weren't coming. When you finally said, I think we should end this, I wasn't shocked, I'd already cried. So many nights over someone who was sitting right next to me. Oh, you are already gone. The goodbye only made it official. The hardest part wasn't watching you leave, it was realizing I've been loving someone who stopped choosing us a long time ago. Still, I'm grateful for the person you used to be, because she gave me memories I'll always keep. People think heartbreak starts with goodbye. Mine started the first time you came home, but never really came back. We slept in a little late. You made pancakes, I made coffee. We laughed because you burned the first batch. We went to the grocery store, argued over what movie to watch. It felt like any other weekend. I didn't know it would be the last one that felt normal. If I hadn't known, I would have stayed a little longer, held your hand a little tighter, paid more attention. The last time felt normal. That's what hurts the most. There wasn't a warning, there wasn't a goodbye. It was just another day that quietly became a memory. If I had known we were running out of time, I would have never rushed through it. I can't remember our last kiss or the last time you called me beautiful. I wish I could. Instead, I remember little things. You leaving your jacket on the chair, you asking me to pick up milk, you smiling across the dinner table. Back then, I thought we'd have thousands of more moments. Nobody tells you when the last ordinary day arrives. It just comes, and then it's gone. The last time felt normal. We were still making plans, still talking about next summer, still saying we'll figure it out. I didn't know you were already slipping away. I was still living like forever was promised. Now I replay that day over and over, looking for something, anything that would have told me we were almost at the end. But there wasn't just two people living an ordinary day without knowing it would never happen again. The last time felt normal. No tears, no goodbye, no dramatic ending, just one quiet day that became the memory I visit when I miss us the most. If I could have one wish, it wouldn't be to change our ending. It would be to live that ordinary day one more time. Funny how you never know. You're making your favorite memory until it's already over. Stood by the front door with your bag already packed. You kept waiting for me to stop you, but I couldn't do that. There was so much on my mind, but none of at you for a second, then look back at the floor. I still loved you, maybe I always will, but I knew love shouldn't sound like begging. I didn't ask you to stay, not because I wanted you to leave, but because if I had to convince you, you were already gone from me. I wanted someone who chose me without being asked, someone who stayed, 'cause that's where their heart was. So I let you walk away, even though it broke mine. After you closed the door, the house got so quiet. I sat on the couch for hours, still expecting to hear your keys. I almost called your phone, I even picked it up. Then I asked myself, what would I be asking for? Another chance or another goodbye? Some people think walking away is giving up. Sometimes it's finally accepting the truth. I didn't ask you to stay, I didn't chase you down the driveway, I didn't promise I'd change everything, because love shouldn't depend on one person fighting for both. I was tired, not of loving you, just of loving you alone. If you had turned around and said, I don't want to lose you, I probably would have cried, because that's all I wanted to hear. But you kept walking, and somehow that answered every question. I didn't ask you to stay, I chose my silence over another broken promise. I chose my peace over another lonely year. Maybe someday you'll wonder why I let you go so easily. The truth is, I didn't, I just knew you deserved the freedom to leave, and I deserve the kind of love that never needed to be begged to stay. I watched you disappear at the end of the street. I whispered, I love you, but only after you were too far away to hear it. To hear it. Every morning before work, you'd kiss my forehead at the door. Even if we were running late, you never forgot before. I'd hear your keys, you'd say, see you tonight. I'd smile and tell you drive safe. That's just how we were. I never thought something so small could mean so much. You didn't kiss me goodbye. You grabbed your keys and walked outside. The door closed a little too fast, and I just stood there wondering why. I told myself maybe he forgot, but deep down I knew people don't forget the ones they love. Not every day. The next morning came and it happened again. No kiss, no hug, just I'll see you later. Later never felt as certain anymore. I started noticing all the little things: the empty side of the couch, the quiet dinners, the way you stopped looking at me when we talked. Funny how heartbreak can begin with something nobody else would notice. You didn't kiss me goodbye. It was such a simple thing, but somehow it told me more than words ever could. I kept waiting for things to go back. They never did. The last kiss I remember was weeks before we ended. I didn't know it would be the last. If I had, I would have held on to you a little longer. You didn't kiss me goodbye. And months later, I finally understood. That wasn't the morning you forgot. That was the morning you stopped trying. I didn't lose you the day you left. I lost you the day goodbye didn't come with a kiss anymore. Now every time I leave home, I catch myself touching my own forehead, remembering the goodbye that never came. The alarm went off at 7. You got dressed, I packed your lunch. We said, have a good day, the way we always did. I'd go to work, you'd go to yours. By the time we both got home, we were already tired. Nothing was really wrong. but nothing felt right anymore. We were just getting through the day, checking things off our list, paying bills, doing laundry, forgetting how to live. We stopped asking, how are you really? We only asked, what do we need from the store? We were still together, but we weren't together anymore. Friday nights became takeout, eating in front of the TV. Not because we loved the routine, we just didn't have the energy. We used to dream out loud, talk about places we'd go then somehow. The only plans we made were dentist appointments and grocery runs. I don't blame life, life gets busy. I just wish we hadn't let it take us with it. We were just getting through the day, calling that enough, thinking love would wait for us while everything else came first. I thought there'd be more time to find each other again. I didn't know we were slowly running out of chances. The saddest part wasn't the goodbye, it was realizing we had spent so long surviving our days that we forgot how to enjoy them together. We were just getting through the day, until one day there wasn't enough to get through it anymore. Now I still do the same morning routine. I still make coffee, I still lock the front door. But now I come home to a quiet house that reminds me love doesn't disappear all at once. Sometimes it gets buried under ordinary days. I wish we had stopped long enough to notice we weren't living. We were only getting through the day. You called me on your way home, just like every other day. You asked what I wanted for dinner, and if I was doing okay. Everything sounded normal, at least that's what you tried to but I've loved you long enough to hear what you didn't say. You can hide the truth from everyone else, but not from someone who's memorized your voice. I heard it in your voice, the way you paused before my name, the way I love you didn't sound the same. You didn't have to tell me, I already knew. Sometimes your heart speaks before your words do, and I heard it in your voice. That night we sat together, you barely touched your food. You laughed at all the right moments, but your smile never reached your eyes. I kept hoping, I was imagining things, but love has a way of noticing the smallest changes. I wasn't afraid of hearing goodbye. I was afraid I'd already heard it. I heard it in your voice, the distance between every word. You sounded like someone already halfway out the door. I wanted to ask, is everything okay? But I already knew what the answer would be when you finally said, I don't think we're happy anymore. It didn't shock me. The truth is, I've been listening to that sentence for months. It was there every time you called, every quiet dinner, every short reply. You just hadn't said it out loud yet. I heard it in your voice long before you packed your things, long before goodbye found its way into our home. The hardest part wasn't hearing the words, it was realizing the man I loved had been fading, one conversation at a time. People think the end begins when someone says goodbye. Ours began the day your voice stopped sounding like home. Folded another sweater into a cardboard box today. The room looked different already, even though most of my things were still here. I thought I was the one leaving, that's what everyone would say. But standing in that empty bedroom, I realized something. You packed before I did. Not your clothes, your heart. You packed before I did. You just never used a suitcase. You took your time, your attention, the little things that made us feel okay. You stopped reaching for my hand, stopped asking how my day had been. By the time I packed my first box, you'd already moved on inside. Your side of the closet was still full of shirts, but somehow it felt empty. Every time I opened the door, you were still sleeping beside me, still saying, see you tonight. But every day you felt a little farther away. You'd already stopped believing when I carried those boxes out to my car. I wasn't ending our story, I was catching up to a goodbye you'd started months before. People asked who left who. I never knew how to answer, because physically I walked away, but emotionally you left first. You packed before I did. I just packed the things you couldn't take with you. My clothes, my books, the picture frame. You packed the harder things, our plans, our laughter, the life we thought we'd grow old in. I locked the front door for the last time, but the truth is, you'd already been gone long before I picked up the first box. Stood there with your jacket on, your keys already in your hand. You kept looking at me like you were waiting for something. Maybe you thought I'd cry, maybe you thought I'd beg. A year ago I probably would've, but not tonight. was tired of trying to hold on to someone who kept letting go. I let you leave without a fight, not because it didn't hurt, not because I stopped loving you. I just knew love shouldn't have to be earned. I wanted you to stay because you wanted to, not because I begged you one more time. So I let you leave without a fight. After the door closed, I finally broke down. Not because I regretted it, because I knew there was nothing left I could have said that would have changed your mind. I'd already tried in late night talks, in tearful apologies, in quiet dinners, and one more chance after another. Sometimes silence isn't giving up. Sometimes it's accepting the answer you've been given again and again. I let you leave without a fight. I didn't chase your car, I didn't call your phone. I stayed exactly where I was because I was done running after someone who never turned around. The truth is, I fought for us long before you packed your bags. Every conversation, every compromise, every please don't shut me out, that was my fight. You just didn't see it. I let you leave without a fight because I'd already fought for months, maybe even years. The night you left wasn't the moment I gave up, it was the moment I finally accepted I couldn't save us by myself. You walked away thinking I didn't care enough to stop you. If only you knew the reason I stayed quiet was because I was finally too tired to fight alone. The day you packed your things wasn't the day I lost you. I'd been missing you for months while you were still coming home. We still shared the same address, we still wore our wedding rings, but somewhere in between, you stopped being here with me. Looking back now, I can finally see it. I was trying to save something that had already slipped away. You were already gone long before you said goodbye. I was still making plans while you were changing your mind. I kept believing we were just going through a hard time, but you had already left in every way that mattered. You were already gone. You stopped telling me your stories. You stopped asking about mine. We became roommates, trying to look like husband and wife. I blamed work, I blamed stress, I blamed everything I could, except the truth. Sometimes love doesn't end with one decision. Sometimes it leaves one quiet day at a time. You were already gone. I just couldn't admit it yet. Every promise I held on to was one you'd already let go of. I kept waiting for the old you to come back. I didn't realize you weren't coming. When you finally said, I think we should end this, I wasn't shocked, I'd already cried so many nights over someone who was sitting right next to me. You were already gone. The goodbye only made it official. The hardest part wasn't watching you leave. It was realizing I've been loving someone who stopped choosing us a long time ago. Still, I'm grateful for the person you used to be, because she gave me memories I'll always keep. People think heartbreak starts with goodbye. Mine started the first time you came home, but never really came back. I keep thinking about that Sunday we slept in a little late. You made pancakes, I made coffee. We laughed because you burned the first batch. We went to the grocery store, argued over what movie to watch. It felt like any other weekend. I didn't know it would be the last one that felt normal. If I had known, I would have stayed a little longer. was just another day that quietly became a memory. If I had known we were running out of time, I would have never rushed through it. I can't remember our last kiss, or the last time you called me beautiful. I wish I could. Instead, I remember little things. You leaving your jacket on the chair, you asking me to pick up milk, you smiling across the dinner table. Back then, I thought we'd have thousands more moments. Nobody tells you when the last ordinary day arrives. It just comes and then it's gone. The last time felt normal. We were still making plans, still talking about next summer, still saying we'll figure it out. I didn't know you were already slipping away. I was still living like forever was promised. Now I replay that day over and over, looking for something, anything that would have told me we were almost at the end. But there wasn't, just two people living an ordinary day, without knowing it would never happen again. The last time felt normal. No tears, no goodbye, no dramatic ending, just one quiet day that became the memory I visit when I miss us the most. If I could have one wish, it wouldn't be to change our ending. It would be to live that ordinary day one more time. Funny how you never know you're making your favorite memory until it's already over. You stood by the front door with your bag already packed. You kept waiting for me to stop you, but I couldn't do that. There was so much on my mind, but none of it came out. I looked at you for a second, then looked back at the floor. I still loved you, maybe I always will, but I knew love shouldn't sound like begging. I didn't ask you to stay, not because I wanted you to leave, but because if I had to convince you, you were already gone from me. I wanted someone who chose me without being let you walk away, even though it broke mine. After you closed the door, the house got so quiet. I sat on the couch for hours, still expecting to hear your keys. I almost called your phone, I even picked it up. Then I asked myself, what would I be asking for? Another chance? Or another goodbye? Some people think walking away is giving up. Sometimes it's finally accepting the truth. I didn't ask you to stay, I didn't chase you down the driveway, I didn't promise I'd change everything, because love shouldn't depend on one person fighting for both. I was tired, not of loving you, just of loving you alone. If you had turned around and said, I don't want to lose you, I probably would have cried, 'cause that's all I wanted to hear. But you kept walking, and somehow that answered every question. I didn't ask you to stay, I chose my silence over another broken promise. I chose my peace over another lonely year. Maybe someday you'll wonder why I let you go so easily. The truth is, I didn't. I just knew you deserved the freedom to leave, and I deserved the kind of love that never needed to be begged to stay. I watched you disappear at the end of the street. I whispered, I love you, but only after you were too far away to hear it. To hear it. Every morning before work, you'd kiss my forehead at the door. Even if we were running late, you never forgot before. I'd hear your keys, you'd say, see you tonight. I'd smile and tell you drive safe. That's just how we were. I never thought something so small could mean so much. You didn't kiss me goodbye, you grabbed your keys and walked outside. The door closed a little too fast, and I just stood there wondering maybe he forgot, but deep down I knew people don't forget the ones they love. Not every day. The next morning came, it happened again. No kiss, no hug, just I'll see you later. Later never felt as certain anymore. I started noticing all the little things, the empty side of the couch, the quiet dinners, the way you stopped looking at me when we talked. Funny how heartbreak can begin with something nobody else would notice. You didn't kiss me goodbye. It was such a simple thing, but somehow it told me more than words ever could. I kept waiting for things to go back, they never did. The last kiss I remember was weeks before we ended. I didn't know it would be the last. If I had, I would have held on to you a little longer. You didn't kiss me goodbye, and months later I finally understood. There wasn't the morning you forgot, there was the morning you stopped trying. I didn't lose you the day you left, I lost you the day goodbye didn't come with a kiss anymore. Now every time I leave home, I catch myself touching my own forehead, remembering the goodbye that never came. The alarm went off at 7. You got dressed, I packed your lunch. We said, have a good day, the way we always did. I'd go to work, you'd go to yours. By the time we both got home, we were already tired. Nothing was really wrong, but nothing felt right anymore. We were just getting through the day, checking things off our list, paying bills, doing laundry, forgetting how to live. We stopped asking, how are you really? We only asked, what do we need from the store? We were still together, but we weren't together anymore. Friday nights became takeout, of the TV. Not because we love the routine, we just didn't have the energy. We used to dream out loud, talk about places we'd go, and somehow the only plans we made were dentist appointments and grocery runs. I don't blame life. Life gets busy. I just wish we hadn't let it take us with it. We were just getting through the day, calling that enough, thinking love would wait for us, while everything else came first. I thought there'd be more time to find each other again. I didn't know we were slowly running out of chances. The saddest part wasn't the goodbye, it was realizing we had spent so long surviving our days that we forgot how to enjoy them together. We were just getting through the day, until one day there wasn't in us to get through it anymore. Now I still do the same morning routine. I still make coffee, I still lock the front door. But now I come home to a quiet house that reminds me love doesn't disappear all at once. Sometimes it gets buried under ordinary days. I wish we had stopped long enough to notice we weren't living, we were only getting through the day. You called me on your way home, just like every other day. You asked what I wanted for dinner, and if I was doing okay. Everything sounded normal, at least that's what you tried to do. But I've loved you long enough to hear what you didn't say. You can hide the truth from everyone else, but not from someone who's memorized your voice. I heard it in your voice, the way you pause before my name, the way I love you didn't sound the same. You didn't have to tell me, I already knew. Sometimes your heart speaks before your words do, and I heard it voice. That night we sat together. You barely touched your food. You laughed at all the right moments, but your smile never reached your eyes. I kept hoping, I was imagining things, but love has a way of noticing the smallest changes. I wasn't afraid of hearing goodbye. I was afraid I'd already heard it. I heard it in your voice, the distance between every word. You sounded like someone already halfway out the door. I wanted to ask, is everything okay? But I already knew what the answer would be. When you finally said, I don't think we're happy anymore, it didn't shock me. The truth is, I've been listening to that sentence for months. It was there every time you called, every quiet dinner, every short reply. You just hadn't said it out loud yet. I heard it in your voice long before you packed your things, long before goodbye found its way into our home. The hardest part wasn't hearing the words, it was realizing the man I loved had been faded, one conversation at a time. People think the end begins when someone says goodbye. Ours began the day your voice stopped sounding like home. I folded another sweater into a cardboard box today. The room looked different already, even though most of my things were still here. I thought I was the one leaving, that's what everyone would say. But standing in that empty bedroom, I realized something. You packed before I did, not your clothes, your heart. You packed before I did. You just never used a suitcase. You took your time, your attention, the little things that made us feel okay. You stopped reaching for my hand, stopped asking how my day had been. By the time I packed my first box, you'd already moved on inside. side of the closet was still full of shirts, but somehow it felt empty every time I opened the door. You were still sleeping beside me, still saying, "See you tonight." But every day you felt a little farther away. I kept thinking we still had time. You'd already decided without telling me. You packed before I did. I was the last one to know. I kept decorating a future you'd already stopped believing in. When I carried those boxes out to my car, I wasn't ending our story, I was catching up to a goodbye you'd started months before. People asked who left who. I never knew how to answer, because physically I walked away, but emotionally you left first. You packed before I did. I just packed the things you couldn't take with you. My clothes, my books, the picture frames. You packed the harder things. I planned our laughter, the life we thought we grown in. I locked the front door for the last time, but the truth is, you'd already been gone long before I picked up the first box. You stood there with your jacket on, your keys already in your hand. You kept looking at me like you were waiting for something. Maybe you thought I'd cry, maybe you thought I'd beg. A year ago I probably would've, but not tonight. I was tired of trying to hold on to someone who kept letting go. I let you leave without a fight, not because it didn't hurt, not because I stopped loving you. I just knew love shouldn't have to be earned. I wanted you to stay because you wanted to, not because I begged you one more time. So I let you leave without a fight. After the door closed, I finally broke down, not because I regretted it, because I knew there was nothing left I could have said that would have changed your mind. I'd already tried in late night talks and tearful apologies and quiet dinners, and one more chance after another. Sometimes silence isn't giving up. never turned around. The truth is, I fought for us long before you packed your bags. Every conversation, every compromise, every please don't shut me out. That was my fight. You just didn't see it. I let you leave without a fight, 'cause I'd already fought for months, maybe even years. The night you left wasn't the moment I gave up. It was the moment I finally accepted I couldn't save us by myself. You walked away thinking I didn't care enough to stop you. If only you knew the reason I stayed quiet was because I was finally too tired to fight alone.